Bam! What's going on, folks? MC here. I'm actually on the highway down in Florida. I had to take a trip down here for the day, and I wanted to make a video. So, topic that I wanted to cover is something that ties into an email that I had sent a few days back, and it has to do with this, this mindset of individuals only wanting to do the things they're good at, and then claiming some sort of victory or even progress by following a process that does nothing but empower strengths and does nothing to compensate deficiencies. And you see it and I was just reminded of this, or just made the connection this morning listening to a video, long drive from Pennsylvania, a lot of videos. And it was a guy talking about, survival and mindset in the prepper space. And if you are one of these people, and you needn't be one of these people to get my analogy, but if you're one of these people that is, learning how to make fire with sticks, learning how to, make a lean-to in the middle of the woods, all these different, mechanisms and strategies and tactics for surviving with little to no equipment in the most dire of wilderness settings or emergency type settings. Like, if you're one of these people, like, kudos to you. Training's training, and training is the way. But one of the things in this space that is overlooked, that ties into what I was referring to earlier, are these individuals that they want to prepare, right? Shit hits the fan, right? That's the whole premise. When shit hits the fan, I'm gonna, get your 40 pounds of packaged food and run to the woods and make a lean-to and filter some urine into a canteen or something. Like I get it. Training is training, but one of the things you guys don't listen to, or I should say don't address and invest any time to, is what about the other aspects of a survival type situation? How about just being alone with your thoughts day in, day out? Or if you have a family, if you have a tribe, which is highly advised, from the author of Tribonomics, have you spent any time with your family without the television, without the music, without the video games, without the constant electronic and aquarium-based distractions? Is every single formula you have for maintaining a functional relationship with your family relying on some form of artificial mechanism? Do you guys only get along when you are watching fucking reality TV? Or do you guys only get along when you guys are each separately on your own electronic devices? Or do you guys only get along when you're eating, right? Like, how many other aspects of survival, of being able to maintain your independence, your self-sufficiency, how many of these things have nothing to do with that one aspect that everybody seems to sort of put, all their eggs into that basket of, I'm going to learn how to make a fucking tent out of leaves or whatever. I'm going to learn how to trap a squirrel under a rock, and I'm going to make him so he's delicious with these wild caught fucking seasonings. Like, listen, again, there's value in all of that, but that is not the fucking big picture. The big picture is not, past a certain point, like at a certain point, sure, that's a deficiency for somebody. That's why they seek the training. But people want to think, they want to label survival, right? The shit hits the fan scenario, the, you're not allowed to go in any businesses anymore because you're not getting your mandatory medical treatment type scenario. Like, have you guys ever spent some time thinking about all the other aspects of what survival is supposed to be? Right? Have you guys even gotten yourself into a functional enough physical state that you are okay without all of those things? If you're spending 12 hours a day sitting down at work, the computer, driving, what have you, and listen, I spend a lot of time sitting down, because a lot of my coaching work, a lot of the writing that I do is I'm in front of a computer. I drive a lot. I just drove down to fucking Florida, but I have a 2-hour commute. when I go into the Bronx to my academy. Like, if you're somebody who's doing those things, do you know what it's like being in a scenario where you cannot afford to sit down that length of time? Has your body been prepared for that also? You know, I know a lot of people that they want to buy more equipment, they want to buy more weapons, they want to, you know, they want to learn how to do all these things that have so much value. But there's these big gaping holes that I, you know, from afar, I'm looking at, okay, when are they going to start addressing that? And for a lot of them, it just doesn't happen. People want to know, what's the latest, greatest tent? What is this fucking sleeping bag rated for? Like, it is nonsense, right? I get it. Do the training, cover the base, fill the gap, right? Build the deficiency by all means. But the completeness that comes with addressing deficiencies is what people need to do. And I'm using the survival scenario to illustrate that point, but it is your own physical fitness, it is your career, your relationships, every aspect of who you are, every facet.
Watch out, animal on shoulder ahead.
Literally, my navigation talking to me. It says animal on the road ahead. Just in case you guys are concerned, it's already dead. So how many of these other aspects of your life, you know, you could apply the same criticism, the same filter for, and ask yourself, well, how biased am I right now? Am I really working on the things that I don't have yet? Am I doubling down, tripling down on the things that I've already done, the bases I've already covered, right? It's like if you're in a house and, you know, you have a front door and a back door, and there's somebody who wants to come in there and do you harm. Do you put 2, 3, 4 doors on the front and leave the back empty, saying, well, you know, chances are he's going to come to the front, so we might as well at least put both doors in the front? Like, it's a flawed logic. It's fallacious. It's inconsistent, you know. And if we as individuals, you know, trained ourselves, all the training we do, if we trained ourselves to be able to take some criticism, to actually, you know, self-reflect and create some level of introspection where we could say, all right, I'm fucking this up, or I don't have this yet. You know, we could just get over that initial hump, that barrier of entry of potential maybe embarrassment, unnecessary, but embarrassment, or having to acknowledge that you don't know everything, and, you know, having to look like a beginner in something, having to struggle in front of other people for a moment while you build up those skills. Like, all of those reactions, those are all you, man. That shit they ain't got nothing to do with all those things, you know, pressing your buttons. You know, so, you know, it's great, you know, talking about the survival space. Hey, listen, I am always impressed when somebody can make a fire out of sticks and create a shelter out of wood and dirt, you know. But if we're really putting ourselves in that, you know, type of scenario, there's a lot more that you're going to have to do than just stay warm and get something to eat, right? And that's what I want to share with you guys today. I appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't gotten my book Tribalnomics yet, please go and do that. You can just, you know, search Tribalnomics at Amazon. You go to tribalnomics.com and it'll have the link. If you have purchased it, do me a favor and please leave a review, a rating or a review on the
watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Vehicle on shoulder ahead. If you have gotten it, leave a review on the Amazon page. It helps out sales, algorithms, all that. And the more people leave organic responses and feedback, the less money I have to spend on advertising, which as of right now is zero. All right, I appreciate you guys. Be well and get that work, motherfuckers.